you want to attract more than most people do, then this might be the episode for you. Sit down, settle in, and let's get going. Hey, Bo Schwade here, the man with the whip, and your host with powerful action principles for success. The podcast where we don't fool around. No fluff, no filler. We just get right into the subject. And today's subject is treat everyone like a VIP. And I mean everyone. Every single person that you encounter in life, no matter how long of an encounter or short of an encounter, you need to treat that person like they're a VIP. Never be condescending to anybody. Never think that you are above somebody or you are too far above somebody to acknowledge another person. No matter what they do in life, no matter who they are, you need to treat them like they are a VIP. That's what successful people do. I've seen it my whole life. People who look down on other people and treat them poorly, they're not successful. I don't care how much money they have. They're people with poor self-images, lack of confidence. That's all that causes people to do something like that. I know a lot of very successful people and some very wealthy people, some of the most richest people on the planet. I have billionaire clients, and I see these billionaires who have more money than everybody else by galaxies treat everyone around them like they are special, like a VIP. For example, I have several billionaire clients that will fly me in for a show. And one of my favorite clients has been booking me for years and years. And at least 4 or 5 times he's brought me in, maybe 6. And every time I encounter this man, one of the richest men on the planet, when I leave that conversation, I feel like $1 million. Every time I've ever talked to him, he always turns the subject onto me, not bragging about himself, not talking about how great he is or how wealthy he is. No, if you ask him anything about that, he'll turn it around onto you and make you feel like you're the special one. And I'll tell you, that's a gift. And if you can cultivate that, make it part of you, you won't believe what it will attract in your life. It will bring so many more things into your life, good things, because it taps into the law of attraction and it taps by the two laws of influence. 1, likability. 2, reciprocity. The law of likability basically states a lot of people think that people like people that are like them. That is part of it. But what it really gets down to is people like people that like them. If you can show sincerely that you like another person, they can't help but like you. It's just the law of likability. And if you can treat people special, obviously that shows them that you care about them, you like them. Even if it's just a brief encounter, just saying, hey, thank you very much for this. And one of my favorite phrases that I use, you can steal it from me, is, and you are awesome. I never miss saying that phrase when I'm thanking somebody. Feel free to steal it, like I said. Thank you very much for your blah, 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 blah service. You are awesome. Those 2 phrases, as you've heard me say this many times, are golden. Those 2 sentences are golden. You can use it in such brief encounters. You can use it in longer conversations. So tap into this likability. You will tap in when you start treating people special. And the second law that it'll tap into is reciprocity. When you treat or give somebody something, then they feel obligated to give you something back. And that's where the law of attraction really starts kicking in. They may not be able to give you anything back right away, but I'm telling you, I can't begin to tell you how many times something has come down the road that it paid off. Just being nice to somebody. I remember when I was a entertainer at the Ponderosa Ranch, which is just a little theme town, like theme park, western town up in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. And they'd run a couple thousand people a day through there in the summer season. And I remember I realized that if I didn't say just a simple hello to everybody that worked there, and they probably had 100, 200 employees, but when I walked by everybody, and even every single tourist, I said hi. Oh, sure, most people would just walk if they needed to get to another destination, just walk by everybody. But I would say hello to everybody that engaged me by a look. Because the last thing I wanted to be thought of was to be stuck up, a prima donna. And believe me, that's what people will think, especially if you are a person like I was. I was a big fish in a little pond there, but I was the featured entertainer. They probably just saw my show earlier that day. So in their eyes, I was somebody. If I walked by and just snubbed them, I would lose them forever. So I said hello to everybody. Now, just saying hello to somebody fits in with treating them like a VIP. And I did the same thing with every employee that I walked by. Hi, how you doing today, Steve? Not only that, I learned their names. Learn people's names, especially if you're going to see them over and over, and call them by their name. And there again, I don't care who it is. I did it for the janitors, the cooks, you name it. I talked to everybody. And believe me, and I didn't do it for this reason, but it paid off for me in so many ways I couldn't begin to tell you on this podcast. Down the road, if I needed something from the janitor, he was happy to help me instead of grudgingly or maybe telling me that he was just too busy right now. He was happy to help me because I engaged him a long time before that many times and made him feel like he was somebody special. So take this seriously. It is so powerful. It will make you so successful. It will take you to another stratosphere of success. Successful people do this with everybody around them. So your next action step is, let's just say you're a waiter. Everybody goes to a restaurant, although it's getting tougher with COVID. But then the next time your waiter finishes your order, is done, and brings you the check, just say, thank you very much for your great service. You are awesome. Just try it once, and you'll be surprised at the result and the reaction that you'll get. And then if you just use it once, that's your first step. Then start using it for everything and start using it for everyone. And you will be absolutely amazed at the results. Well, that's it. I'm Bo Schwade, the man with the whip. Make sure you subscribe so that you know when the next episode is coming up. And if you're on Apple, give me a rating, or if you're on a different podcast directory, please feel free to give me a rating. And until the next episode, love you, mean it. See ya.